white plays d4, taking the control at the center. We play knight f6, the Indian game. Knight comes to c3, we play d5, activating our bishop, the main plan. So he play bishop f4, we play c6, like the knight cannot come over here, that's why. He play knight f3, we'll take the bishop f5, attacking towards this diagonal. He play e3 and we play e6. He plays a3 where we play a5 on the board, such that we are not allowing b5. He plays bishop d3, for which we'll decide to take the bishop back to g6. White takes it, we'll take it back. And this is 4 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock. White is thinking for the response where he plays knight e5, such that we'll decide to take the bishop d6. Now the bishop comes to d6 and white to play. White is thinking for the response, such that he takes the bishop back to g3. We'll take the queen out to b6, attacking towards the pawn at b2, which is going to give a threat to the knight, the rook. That's why. So this is he plays knight a4, attacking towards the queen, for which we'll decide to take the queen b5, attacking the knight. Now if the knight goes there, then we can take the pawn at b2. So he plays c3, the queen defending this knight, and here we decide to eliminate the knight, because the knight at the center is very strong. We'll take the knight b to d7, attacking towards the bishop at the center. We play f4, for which we'll decide to take this bishop. Now white's turn, and white take it back where we play knight e4. Let's see what white responds over here. White to play, and white is thinking for the response. Now in this position already it is, and these are under control of us. Okay, so white to play and white is thinking for the response. We can even play knight g3, because after, okay, so now if I play knight g3, because after knight g3 he cannot take the knight, otherwise he will lose the rook. So in this position we'll decide to long castle, because long castling is important for king safety. So white decides to long castle at the same time, for which we'll decide we place f6, attacking towards the center. He takes it, we'll take it back. We can play e5 and can attack towards the center more and more. Now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, now 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock where white is thinking for the response. Now in this position what we can do is we can play e5 and attack towards the center, such that after playing e5 if we take it we can take back and may further attack towards white. Okay, now let's see what he responds over here. Hmm. So this is 3 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock where he plays rook d to f1, attacking towards the pawn, such that we'll decide to play e5, attacking towards the center. Already this pawn is defended by the knight, so that's an advantage. Now let's see what white responds over here. White plays d takes e5, for which we'll decide to take it back, and further we have two pawns towards the center. Let's see what white responds. Um, Welcome Super 124. Okay, now he play rook f3, for which we decide to play g5. Now we can play g4, so we play g4, attack the rook. He cannot take, otherwise rook may take the rook and may give a check. So ultimately white will almost have a loose position. He play rook f5, attacking towards the pawn. We'll decide to take the knight g3, attacking the rooks. Ultimately one of the rooks is our. Now let's see what white responds over here. So white is thinking for the response in this position. Let's see how he responds over here. He play rook takes e5, where we take this rook, and now this is white to play. White is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds. He plays c4, where we can take it back from the queen and are attacking towards the queen. So white to play, white takes it and we'll take it back, further, this is once again white to play. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the response. Okay, so white decides to resign the game. Now we'll load another game where we are playing as black. Okay, so we are playing as white now. We play e4. Further, we take the knight f3, attacking the pawn. And then comes the bishop to c4. This is the Italian game where we play d3, adding a defender to the pawn. And we put the castle. He plays bishop e6, where we play bishop b5, attacking towards the knight. What we are doing is we are creating a pin. So in this position we play c3. We can take the queen outside. Okay, so first we'll take the knight. He will take it back and 2 pawns on the board, which is a disadvantage for black. So we play queen e2. Now let's see what black plays. 9 minutes and 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds. He play bishop g4. We play x3, attacking towards the bishop. Bishop goes to x5, and we further decide to play knight b to d2. Where black to play, and black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, 4 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. We'll decide to take the pawn. Black will take this pawn from the pawn or from the knight. That's his choice. So he takes from the queen, where we'll take the pawn from the queen, and we are attacking the bishop. So maybe queen takes on the queen, or he can play bishop d6, trying to attack towards the queen, controlling the square. He plays queen takes e5. We'll take it from the knight and attack towards this pawn at c6. So black to play. 4 minutes on the clock. He plays c5, where c5 on the board, and we decide to take the knight d to f3. Like if we take, we can take back from another knight. He play bishop d6, where we decide to play d4, like attacking towards the pawn and adding a defender to the knight, both at the same time. So black's turn, and 3 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock, such that he takes the knight. We'll take it back from the knight, and this is black to play. Now white's turn, where we'll take this pawn and add a defender to the knight, as well as controlling the center. So he play rook f2 e8, where we decide to take the bishop f4. Now we can anytime take the knight back and can attack towards the pawn. So let's see what black plays over here. Now black's turn, and 3 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock. He played knight e4, for which we'll decide to play rook a to c1. The main intention, attacking towards the pawn. So maybe he can try adding a defender by playing rook a to c1. Okay, so he play f6, trying to attack the knight. So we'll decide to now we'll decide to play knight d7, for which we can anytime take the pawn by the bishop and the rook, attacking this pawn. So let's see what he plays. He plays g5, where we decide to take the pawn from the bishop, and now this is black to play. Let's see how black responds over here. In this position, okay, he plays knight d2, where we'll take the pawn and give a check, creating a fork towards the rook. Now he's also attacking our rook. That's something we have to see. Okay, now in this position, we decide to take the rook. He will take it, and we begin with a check. Knight d6 check. So 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the response. He play king e6, and we'll take the knight. Okay, now let's see what he responds. In this position, let's see how he responds over here. Okay, he play king d7. The bishop is defended by the rook, so we will focus on attacking this bishop. We play g4 and attack the bishop. Bishop goes to g6, and we decide to play knight f5, like not activating this bishop. That's why. So he play rook c8, attacking the bishop. So now what we can do is, okay, now if I try taking the bishop back, then rook may take it. This rook is going to attack towards the rooks. That's the main problem. So what we can do, okay, now we'll try f4. Like we can try attacking towards the pawn. Ultimately, we are now he takes it. We'll take it back. Black will take it back, and we take the pawn at least. Now, if bishop takes the knight, we can take it because knight versus bishop in endgame knights are very important. So that's the main advantage. He play king d7, we play king e2. Like we can also bring the king towards the center. King comes to e3, and maybe he thinks for bishop takes on it. We have three pawns towards this side. He play h5 and terrace and passant. So and passant on the board, and this is two steps to promote to a new queen. We decide to play king e4. Like we can play d5, attack the king. That's why. So d5 check. Let's see what black responds over here. Now 2 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock, such that we play king e5. He play a5 where we play king f6. Like we are trying to bring the king at g7, attack the bishop, and try promoting this pawn. Okay, now white to play, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, so he decided to resign the game, where we look for another game such that we are playing as black. We play c6, the Caro-Kann defense, d4, and we play d5, like attacking towards the queen side. We play c5, attack this pawn, and then knight comes to c6, putting more and more pressure towards the center. Bishop comes c3, we play queen d6, attack this pawn. He play queen d2, and we decide to take the bishop out to f5. Now let's see what white responds over here. White's thinking for the response where he play a3. We decide to play c4. The main intention, bishop cannot be developed more and more. And at the same time, this knight can also be not developed. So we'll decide to play e6. Like we can take the knight out. He played uh, knight g3. We play knight e7. Like if we will take it, then we can take back from the knight. That's the main plan. Now white's turn, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. Okay, now 4 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. Okay, so in this position, the knight, if the knight takes the bishop, we can take back from the knight and activate our bishop. So that's the main plan. So maybe we can expect that he will not take, instead he focus on development. Bishop comes to e2 and he for the castle. That can be the main plan because that is going to help in king safety. That's why. And at the same time, this knight is not developed. Like this knight can come over here, 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 which are already occupied by the pawns and the queen. So that's a disadvantage for white. And we are dominating over here. At least our bishop is lacking development, which we have to focus on. And we even have to focus on the king's safety, which is not there. Okay, so white's turn, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. And if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. Okay. Now 2 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so in this position, well, so white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so we'll look for another game and let's see what we are playing with. So we are playing with white. We play e4. Black to play. Black plays the Caro-Kann defense where we play c4, the accelerated pan of attack. And let's see what black plays over here. Black plays d5. We'll take the pawn. White, he takes it back where we push the pawn e5. And now he plays knight c6. We play d4. This is white up. He plays bishop f5. We'll take the knight to c3. And he plays e6. We play knight f3. Further, we are looking for developing our bishop. He plays queen b6. And we'll take the bishop d3, attacking this bishop. Now, knight takes on the pawn is not a solution because he will lose the queen. If knight will take it, we can take it back. Queen will take it, and then the bishop may come to b5, give a check, and further may win the queen. So that's not a better idea to take the pawn. Now black to play, and black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay. Alright, now 3 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock and black is thinking for the response. Now this bishop is already under attack, so maybe bishop can go back and can secure its position. 3 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock and black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. Alright, now okay, so black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. So now 2 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock and black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay. Alright, so black's turn. Now we play d4, the queen's pawn opening. d5 where we play c4, the queen's gambit attack towards the pawn. Black's turn and black plays c6, the slap defense. We play knight c3, attacking towards the central pawn where he play bishop f5. We take the knight f3. For which black to play, black plays c6. We play bishop f4. And now this is black to play. He play bishop d6. We take this. He takes it back. We play c5. Attack towards the queen. He play queen d8 where we play knight e5. Black's turn and black is thinking where he play knight f6. For which we play f3. The main intention to attack towards the center. So now we decide to play e4. Now let's see what black plays. We are attacking towards the center with tempo. So let's see what black responds in this position. Black takes it where we decide to take it back, attack the bishop. The bishop may also take it back. Okay, so knight takes and we decide to take the queen h5, threatening the mate in one move. So let's see what black plays over here. And now black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. He decide to take the knight where we decide to take it back, and queen over here is a mate. Okay, so queen can come to d2, supported by the knight. Alright, so here comes another game where we are playing as black, such that white plays c4, we play e5, the English opening, c5 taking the control at the center. Yes, you can play against me, just send me the challenge, that's all you have to do. He play a3 where we'll decide to play bishop e7, and now let's see what he responds in this position. So he plays b3 where we decide to castle because castling is important for maintaining the king's safety. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay. So now, guys, I hope you are enjoying the stream. If you are, then I request you to like the live stream. Now he play queen c2, where we decide to play d6. He plays knight d2. We'll take the bishop to e6, and let's see how he responds. So he play knight g to f3, where we decide to play queen to d7, and let's see what he responds. He play bishop e2, where we decide to take the rook c8. Now rook comes to c8, he plays knight g5, we play x6, attack the knight, such that the knight may go back. Okay, knight takes the bishop, we'll take it back from the queen, and let's see what he responds over here. In this position, he is thinking for the response. Hmm. Okay, so he play x3 where we decide to take the knight back. Like we can play f5 attack towards the king side. So f5 and we can play f4 and attack towards the king side. Let's see what he responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. Okay, now. Alright, so now in this position, he decide to long castle where we decide to play a6. Such that this is white to play and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. And now we are planning to play b5 attack towards the uh, queen side. Now he has decided to long castle with this structure which is not very strong. He played e4, we'll take this. He will take it back from the pawn. Okay. So we decide to take it back. White's turn and white is thinking for the response. He take it, we'll take it back. He take from the bishop, and now we decide to play b5. Like he cannot take it, otherwise he will lose the queen. So this is an advantage for us that we are going to have. He play king b2, and now we'll decide to take it. White's down, white can take it back. Okay, now white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. In this position, guys, if you want, you can even challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. So knight comes to e5, the main intention all clear, attacking towards the c4 pawn, which is going to create some checks and at the same time attacking towards the king side. So knight takes on c4, giving check. The king center attack. He play bishop takes c4, and we decide to take rook b8, like I just saw the rook and the queen defending this. Okay, so now this is also open. Well, so we played e5, and now bishop takes on the pawn. At least I got one way. Okay, now let's see what he responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, now 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. He takes the bishop to e2. We'll decide to take it and attack towards the rook. Now this is white to play and white is thinking for the response. In this position, let's see how he responds over here. He play rook c to d1, for which we'll decide to take Okay, now we'll play rook to c8 and attack towards the queen. Now queen comes to a4. Now in this position we'll decide to play queen d6. The main intention defending towards the bishop. Let's see what white plays over here. White's turn and white is thinking for the response in this position. Now what I guess is he can play rook d2 because okay, so he played bishop a7. That was his choice, and now bishop a7 is not a very nice response. Why? Because the bishop over here was not allowing the bishop to come, right? So the bishop cannot come, but now bishop can come over here and give check. King may come here. That's the first response. He is forced to play king b1 and then bishop d4 check. Okay, so maybe he takes. Well, so if he will take it, then queen will take it, and that will be almost a game over. He play bishop b3. We'll decide to take the bishop, and now we are leading the game. So that's the free rook. He cannot take it because of the pin, and that was an aggressive play over here. Now, guys, if you want, you can even challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Oh, so I will take this bishop, like giving a check. If we, so he resigns the game. Now, any challenges? If you want, you can send me the challenges now. Any challenges, guys? Hmm. Okay, so guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Alright, so here we look for another game. Okay. Now, if you want, you can send me the challenges. If you want to play against me. Okay, so I start on the game. And we are playing as black. We play e6 like the French defense on the board. He played e4 and we are further deciding to play d5 attack towards the center. White to play, white plays e5, we play c5 attack this, and he plays c3. We'll take the knight c6, putting pressure towards the pawn. He play knight f3, we'll take the queen out, adding more and more pressure towards the center. Now this is white to play and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. Okay, so he's thinking for the response. He plays bishop d3, we play c4 and attack towards the bishop. Now he plays bishop c2. Yes, Ivan, if you want, you can send me the challenges. Just send me the challenge to my chess.com ID and we will continue playing with each other. We play x4, we play x5, like taking this control back. He play knight g5, we'll take this. Okay, so we decide to play f6 and attack towards the bishop, I mean knight. Now the knight is under attack, so knight can go back. Otherwise, he will lose the knight. Now let's see what he responds. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. He takes it, we'll take it back, attack the knight, and he takes the knight to x3, for which we'll decide to play f5. Like the bishop is now no longer activated. So this is white to play, and white plays knight to d2, where we decide to play bishop g7. Let's see what white responds over here. White is thinking for the response, and hmm, he plays knight to f3, where we decide to play bishop d7, like preparing to long castle. Let's see what white responds over here. Now white can play castling as a basic response. He play queen e2, where we decide to long castle, maintaining the king's safety, where he play knight g2 x5, threatening the fork, attacking towards the rook. So the best move can be okay. So we'll play the rook to f8, and further we may try pushing the pawns, attack towards the center. So he takes it, we'll take it back. White takes it back and give a check, for which we respond with king c7. Now black's turn, and white's turn, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. He plays bishop f4 check, king comes to d8, and 3 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock, where let's see what he responds over here. In this position, queen is attacking this pawn, which is going to create more and more threats for white. Okay, now 3 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock, and let's see what white responds over here. Okay, now he plays b4, will decide to take it by end passant. He can also take it back. So he is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. He takes from the bishop. So we'll begin with the move knight takes on d4. The queen is under attack. So now if queen takes on it, knight may take and give a check. So he plays knight takes d4. We'll play bishop takes d4. If we take from the queen, we can take this pawn, attack the king, and may further take the queen from the pawn. So let's see what he responds now. This is white to play, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds in this position. Now 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is the threat coming. Also, so he play queen takes b6 giving check. We'll take bishop takes b6. Now let's see what he responds. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. He decide to long castle, where we decide to take the pawn. That was a free pawn. So we just take that one takes for that. Now let's see what he responds. 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the response. Now bishop takes on the pawn. If bishop takes on the pawn, we can take it back. Rook may take and give a check. Like that's going to be a problem. So bishop takes, we'll take it. Rook takes it back, and we play king e7. Well, bishop can come. So that was the threat that I saw right now. Okay. Now white's turn, and white is thinking for the response. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. He plays bishop g5 check, where we play king e6. And let's see what he responds now. The rook is under attack, so white is thinking for the move. 1 minute and 33 seconds on the clock, such that he play rook d2. We'll decide to play the bishop to g3. Like we can play f4 and can. Okay, so now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. So we decide to play king to d6. Once again, bishop can come. We play king c7. So let's see what white plays. He play rook e7 giving check. We play king b6. He plays rook to d7, where we decide to play rook b8 defending the pawn. And now white to play. White's thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds in this position. He play rook e6 giving check, where we play king c5. Now king comes to c5, and white to play. White decides to play bishop e3 check. We play king c4 attacking the pawn. Now white decides to play king c2, where we decide to play rook x to c8. Like we cannot allow the threats coming. So rook d4 check, we play king b5. He play rook b4 giving check, we play king a5. And now let's see what he responds. 55 seconds on the clock for white. Now white is having time trouble. Hmm. Okay, so 45 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for the response. He plays rook f6, and we decide to. Okay, now in this position we'll take this pawn and attack the rook. We play rook takes on f5 check, we play king a6. Now this is white to play and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds in this position. In the meantime guys, if you want you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, now what I am thinking is if rook will take the pawn. Rook takes on the pawn. We play bishop f6, attacking this pawn with the rook, bishop both at the same time. He play rook b3. We'll decide to play rook c6 like we can double up and can attack. So we double up and are attacking towards the pawn. 10 seconds on the clock and white is thinking. He plays g4. We decide to play rook takes c3 check. He takes it. We'll take it back and give a check. He play king d2, for which we'll decide to take this bishop. If we take it, yeah, but he does not. Oh, and further we'll lose the rook. So b6. Now at least we can try to make him lose on time. Okay, so he loses on time. Alright, so guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? Okay, so guys, thanks for watching. I will meet you in the next one.